The Farms.com Wheat Report is brought to you by Altitude FX and BASF Canada.
Good afternoon. I'm Drew Thompson, the field biologist and tech development specialist for Eastern Canada with BASF Canada. And we're here at the outdoor farm show at Woodstock, and we're going to talk a bit about Eragon in front of winter wheat. And first and foremost, I think we know Eragon and how we use it in soybeans and as a pre-plant burndown. And one of the big ones that we're using it for is to fight glyphosate-resistant Fleabane. And just as much of a problem in soybeans, it can be in wheat as well. And so by using Eragon in front, we're getting an enhanced burndown, and we're controlling it. And we're controlling it extremely well because we're actually using a 2x rate to what we would be using in soybeans. And so what we're doing when we use that 2x rate in combination with merge and glyphosate is we're killing off all the weeds that are there. We're getting a much faster burn. We're getting a much more complete burn. And the beauty is we're getting some residual. So you go in with glyphosate and you're going to kill what's there, but you get some nice weather and another spell of germination can happen. You put something down like Eragon, you get that residual value, and it's actually quite exciting because we get a bit longer residual in the fall due to the fact that it's cooler temperatures and it doesn't break down as fast. And what that allows is that crop starts in a weed-free environment, and then the best part is what happens the following spring. When you don't have that early season weed pressure, you can time your in-crop application with fungicide and herbicide later, and what the research has found is the bigger you let that crop get, the more response you're going to get from that fungicide. So we're referring to the T1 fungicide. So without a pre-plant burn down in front of winter wheat, what's going to happen? Well, it's interesting because if you read some of the research, it tends to suggest not a lot. And it's true, there tends not to be a big yield response from failing to get those weeds controlled because the weed is quite competitive. But what happens is you're letting those weeds set seed, so it's increasing the amount of weed seed in the seed bank. As well, when you're talking about weeds such as glyphosate-resistant Fleabane, you're allowing that population to build and to build and to build. And we hear that, it can produce anywhere from 250,000 up to 1 million seeds per plant. We don't want any of those guys there releasing glyphosate-resistant seeds. As well, as I said, it allows you to better time your fungicide, and that's where we get the biggest response. And our research internally has shown typically we get an additional 4 bushel per acre by delaying that application to a more conducive timing that allows that fungicide to provide a lot more value.
The Farms.com Wheat Report has been brought to you by Altitude FX and BASF Canada. Visit www.clearfield.ca/wheat for more cereal solutions.